Hey folks, B59 here. Welcome back to my Piasa Transport playthrough of Transport Fever 2. We've been focusing on the Missouri River, the Illinois River, the Ohio River, and the mid-Mississippi, and we're going to extend our line south today. I've been looking at this stretch south on the Mississippi from Memphis to Vicksburg, and then from Vicksburg up the Arkansas River to Little Rock, Fort Smith, Tulsa, and then connecting to Oklahoma City. And there are some interesting possibilities in all of this. Last time around, we did a cargo episode. So today, I think we're going to do a passenger episode. We're going to start by extending our line down from Memphis, and we're just going to connect Memphis and Vicksburg to start. Because I want to kind of creep out along from our existing network and extend it rather than just hopscotch around and open up new areas. So let's get to it. We already have a passenger harbor in Memphis, so we just need to put one in Vicksburg. And the tricky bit is finding just the right spot for it. What I want to do is I want to have a cargo harbor here, and maybe we'll actually kind of share a harbor. And let's see how that works. So we're going to start, though, with the passenger harbor. I say we're going to want a cargo harbor because I want one to be pulling tools out of that factory there. So I want to leave room that we're going to be able to have the cargo harbor within that catchment area. So let's get this down, and we're going to make these right up against the water again without any ferry building or harbor building. I want to try to get this again with the lay of the land because I'm going to start off with just a small dock, but we're probably going to end up making it a bigger dock in the long run. Okay, so the harbor is in, and now let's get our harbor configured. And this is going to be passenger. So let's get that first one in. And then let's get this one in. I'm kind of I don't know if that would accept a landing right there. No. Let's just try. We've got enough room to extend this out a little bit if we need to. So let's do that. And then drop this. And, you know, as I look at this, I already wonder. I'm already second guessing the whole small dock thing. I'm completely second guessing it. You know what? Let's go ahead and start with a bigger dock. I think it's better to plan for that than it is to have to go in and retrofit it later. So if we put that in there, how are we doing for a landing? We can get that in, and then we'll cross that out. And so I think that's a better decision. So now let's go ahead and get a road in. And we are going to need to get vehicles down here. Oh, this could be a little tricky. I kind of don't want it too steep. What does that look like? No, I think it'll work. Let's do that, and we'll get a bus service in. I know this is probably nuts, but is it possible to something like this up? I think I should have done that before if I was going to do that, and I really don't have room for that, so we're just going to stick with the regular stop, bus stop. And we'll put that there. And then we'll put a... I think we could probably get away with just one stop right now. And probably just right down here. I wonder what this would look like if we got it off the road ways. Is that even going to work? Doesn't even want to. For now, we're just going to go ahead and put a regular stop in. And we'll do it right. You know what? We'll put two in. We'll put one here. And one over here. And then we'll go ahead and create our line. New line, bus line, purple down to the harbor. And it will go from here to here to here. And for now, that's what we'll leave it. And this is the bus and Vicksburg ferry. Okay. And now, let's see, we're also going to need to get a road depot in here. We can probably, let's see about maybe doing that right in here somewhere. And we'll get 3 vehicles on for now. Probably too many, but I just want to get it started and not have to think about it too much. Then really all we need is a boat line running from Vicksburg to Memphis. Make it blue. And then we're going to go ahead and put a shipyard down here as well, because we're going to have a lot of different shipping boat needs out of this area. So I'm going to put it right in here. Careful not to block anything, and we will buy we're gonna buy two. No, we'll buy one Frontenac to start, and we will put you on our new line. Did we name this line? We named it line 1. That's not very imaginative. Let's try passengers. No, I changed my naming conventions. Let me see what I've done here. There's still passenger ferry for that. Okay. So we'll call it passenger ferry, Vicksburg to Memphis. And we'll get that running. And I'm really curious to see how far away people in Vicksburg are willing to travel. Are they going to go to Memphis at all? It says we have one person who wants to go to Memphis. 2. So a couple. Not really too much activity there. I do want to run down to New Orleans and all these different places, but I want to kind of start to extend our existing lines and not just, as I said, jump out and create a new one. So we've got that set up here. Now what we're going to do to make this kind of interesting, we're going to do a separate line that goes up the Arkansas River from Vicksburg. But we're going to end up putting a stop right here that will allow people who are, and that'll go from that'll be, that stop will be used both by the Vicksburg Memphis line as well as the Vicksburg Arkansas River line. And that'll let people coming down the Arkansas go up to Memphis if they want without having to go all the way down to Vicksburg. And likewise, those coming from Memphis can get to Little Rock just by going to here, drop off here, and then catch another boat up to here. So let's get this next line established up to Arkansas. And let's see, here in Little Rock, this isn't a bad spot here, close to the town. This isn't a bad spot either for the passenger service. And we will put a separate passenger dock here. So let's go ahead and get that set up. And we'll get it like this. So again, we're going to go in and configure this. And we'll take out those. We'll get that in. We'll get that in. Yeah, again, this time I think I will stick with a smaller one. This is not going to be used as heavily as the Vicksburg landing, so I think we can try with a smaller dock there. And now I just trying to avoid use of the terrain tool. And I just want to make sure I haven't made that stick out too far. That looks absolutely fine. And then let's go to, oh, actually let's get our bus service in Little Rock before I forget, because I will forget. And we'll run a road off of here. Oh, well, I didn't think I'd let go of that. That's kind of unfortunate. That's not really what I was looking to do. The process, though, I did destroy a fair number of that looks a little better. And then over here, yeah, we're going to lose a couple buildings. This one's more intentional. Well, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, that'll do just fine. Okay. And here in Little Rock, yeah, we'll go ahead and put a couple of stops in. And we'll put, yeah, I kind of like the idea of running the street like right here to that same intersection. I don't want to create a short intersection. Is that what that's doing? Let's try this. I think that's fine. We're doing a fair amount of damage here. That didn't connect. There we go. A little curvy, but not bad, and we've maintained our intersection integrity. So, let's get the other bus stops in. And we'll get set here and here. And we'll get some... Let's see, it looks like I need to turn my patience back on. Stops. And here and here. Here and here. And then here and here. It's a really stupid extensive network in Little Rock. But, you know, part of this is I've just been wanting to experiment with different types of layouts. Sometimes very sparse, sometimes very complicated, and just see what works and what doesn't. Okay, we'll do that for the counterclockwise. So this is Little Rock, this is a bus, Little Rock, ferry, counterclockwise. And we will put another one in that's clockwise as well. And that will go here and here and here, here and here. Change color. And we will name you Bus Little Rock Clockwise. Okay, that's in, and it also needs a depot and some vehicles. So we'll put the depot in here. And we'll get 3 on each line. Again, extravagant. But you know, it might end up being used by the by the citizens to get around Little Rock as well. Which is also one of the things I kind of want to get better at in terms of having the citizens utilize those lines. And then we'll get a passenger harbor in Fort Smith. And I think this one is going to go over here. This is going to be a much smaller operation. And so we'll get this in. Get that in here. And we will configure this line, or this harbor again. That in, take that out, get that in, get that in, and I think we'll even put a third one in, and then get a landing in, and then get rid of that, build our road again. And put a couple of stops in. Actually, we only need one stop here. And we'll make it right here. And create this very simple line from here to here. And what is this? Fort Smith, I think. So this will be bus Fort Smith ferry. And we probably need another. No, our Our buses could eventually get there from Little Rock, but we're not going to make them do that. We'll go ahead and get another depot in. They're not that expensive. And we are making pretty good money these days. And we'll just get 2 vehicles here. And even that is probably overkill. And then finally, we're going to at least connect up Tulsa, but we're not going to necessarily hook up Oklahoma City yet, because this is going to be a bit trickier to figure out exactly what we want to do with Oklahoma City. I think it may, well, we'll see when we get to that stage. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and get a passenger harbor in Tulsa. Let's see, this might be it's kind of far out of town. Yeah, I think I want to get a little closer. And again, we will get in here and do our usual dance. See, I wonder, can I get a bigger... I'm getting those just a little bit too... too far inland. How did I... Hopefully I left enough navigable space there. Let's take out this edge piece. Because we are probably going to want to get a little further. Oh, just barely. Just barely. If we need to later, we can fix it, but it looks like it's still connected. And then we need to hook up this one. And get our road in. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is pause a minute so that the game doesn't try to redraw this while I'm getting this in. But I want a more gradual... gradual climb up this. It's not a super steep, but it's steep enough that it would benefit from a more gradual climb up there. Okay, that looks fine. And we'll get some bus stops in here too. And again, we're just going to go with the bus stops. We're probably going to want more than one though. We'll get one here. Actually, did I want that side of the street? Yeah, we'll go that side of the street. Get one up here. We'll get one over here. Or, yeah, here'd be. And then our line will run here to here to here, here. Purple. And this is Tulsa. Tulsa Ferry. And we'll just leave that one line for now, but we will go ahead and get a road depot in. And a couple buses in, and then we will get our boats on the line. Actually, we have one more stop to put in. And that's the stop at the confluence of the Arkansas and the Mississippi. Okay, so we have buses on all of those, and we have all of our passenger harbors connected. And so let's get this little stop in here. You know, it doesn't really matter where it is. It could be on this side. You know, ideally it'd be right here. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put it right in here. And look like that. We'll configure this to put our temporary dock in here. We will delete these horrible things. I tried to put this one a little farther back to see if we could get a little bit bigger passenger area there. And it partly worked. Is that enough space? Or in here? Will our landing go in now? It looks like it should. Take that out. That looks a little weird. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna just try flatten. Just to see if I can get the just doesn't like that. One more brief effort, and then I will admit defeat. If this doesn't work, we will not do it anymore. Hey, it works. And it looks better. Let's wait for the autosave. You know, while that's happening, let's go ahead and start to think about our line here. So first of all, let's go. Oh, we have 15 people already. Okay, so we're going to configure this line. That's not what we're trying to configure. This line, this passenger ferry from Vicksburg to Memphis. We're going to manage the line, and we're going to have it stop after Vicksburg. It's going to go here, and then after Memphis siding, it's going to stop here again. And then we'll create another new line that runs from Vicksburg to this confluence to here, 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 here. It's a long line. And back at this exchange. That's actually not a bad name for that. We'll color this blue. And now we'll go ahead and get a boat on this as well. Frontenac it is. And we need to name this line as well. So I think because there's so many stops here, we're going to call this Passenger Ferry Arkansas River. Okay. And, all right, let's just, while we're waiting for that to get started, we're still paused. So this, I'm just trying to grab our, it's got 6 people on it. So this is our passenger ferry from Memphis, or from, consistently, I think we called it from Vicksburg to Memphis. And then we also have our passenger ferry for the Arkansas River. And this is going to be pretty interesting to see how this plays out. You know, as it is, we've got, let's just take a look now at Vicksburg to see what our destinations look like. And it looks like we have nobody wanting to go anywhere. Okay, we have 2 people that, 1 and 2 that want to go to Little Rock. So we've got people starting to go to Little Rock. The number going to Memphis has kicked up considerably. Oh, we have 1 person going all the way up to St. Louis from Vicksburg. Very interesting. Within Vicksburg itself, a little bit of line usage, not a ton. Doesn't look like we have anybody going up to Fort Smith yet. Oh yeah, we have 1. And then Tulsa. Nobody yet. Let's see, how about up here on Little Rock? What about you folks? Are you going to use our line? So you're going to send some people to Fort Smith, but you still have a lot of people who are traveling on their own. Within Little Rock, actually that's a fair amount of usage, 18%. A few people that want to go to Memphis, some that want to go to Tulsa, and some that want to go to Vicksburg. Okay, so that's starting to pan out. So I think that's good for today. This was our passenger day. We have the Arkansas River set up, and we're ready to, let's see, where is this boat? Okay, we're going to follow you on up towards Memphis. We're not going to go all the way there, but you know, I think this is interesting. We've now opened up a new part of the river. As I looked at all of the connections down here, you know, it struck me that there are some very complicated cargo connections that are going to need to be set up. But we have some starts that we're going to work on next time to focus, you know, more locally on the Arkansas River, and then start to expand down towards New Orleans. And then we'll start doing some longer runs, taking things to, you know, maybe up to St. Louis from New Orleans and some other places like that as well. So we're going to start to build out the more complex, longer network. We're going to do it in stages. And next time we're going to focus on local runs around the Arkansas River. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying it, and I will see you next time.